Malachi chapter 3 rather, verse 10 to 12. He said, bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in my house. If you understand scripture, in my house, he didn't say at the food pantry. Food pantry is not his house. All right? If you want to read the Bible and read it well. He said, in my house. In my house. So that there may be meat. And that perhaps could suggest where you are feeding from. Meat, what do you do with meat? It's talking about food. Food. Bring tithes into the place where you are feeding. Except you are not feeding there. Some people prefer to give their tithes. I met a guy where I used to work. He said, oh, he's a Filipino. He said, I heard you're a pastor. I said, yes. He said, I'm paying my tithes to my church in Philippines. He said, but I'm troubled. I'm troubled. I said, yeah. I said, because you are doing it wrong. And I showed him this scripture. I said, where you have fellowship. I said, leave the church. You don't own the church. God owns the church and he can provide for the church. But you obey what he asks you to do in my house. Not to, if you want to give, giving is different from tithes. A tithe is not the one you give to a food pantry or give to, what do you call them? Goodwill. That's not tithes. In my house.